Today on History You Should Know, how did a tire company end up becoming the authority on good food? It's official! The Michelin Guide is coming to the Philippines. Ano mga restaurant ang tingin mong deserving? Let me know in the comments. The Michelin star is one of the highest honors for anyone in the food industry. Hindi para sa lahat syempre, but for a good majority, it's a really big deal. How did this happen? 1900, Paris. There was a tire company owned by two brothers named André and Edouard Michelin. They've been around for a few years, but at the time, it was difficult to grow a tire company when there were only around 3,000 cars on the road. Para makabenta ng gulong, kailangan mas maraming kotse sa daan. But why would they drive if they had nowhere to go? That's when the brothers had a stroke of genius. They published a little red travel guide called the Michelin Guide. It contained information like maps, car mechanics, how to change a tire, gas stations, hotels, and most importantly, restaurants. At first, the guide was free, but after they saw the guide being used to prop up a workbench, they decided they needed to charge for it for people to value it more. The Michelin Guide exploded in popularity, especially the section about the restaurants. The restaurants were all judged on certain criteria: quality of ingredients, mastery of cooking techniques, value for money, personality of the chef as reflected on the food, and consistency. But the beauty of the system is the restaurants didn't know who was judging them or when they were being assessed. Secret inspectors were hired by the brothers to anonymously judge the restaurants. And the best ones were awarded stars. What do the Michelin stars mean? 1 star means it's a great food destination. If you see it on the road, you should stop over because it's amazing. 2 stars means the place is so good it's worth a detour. And 3 stars means the place is worth an entire trip to be planned around it. Did it succeed? We're still talking about Michelin stars now and it's been over 100 years, so yeah. Today, Michelin is the largest manufacturer of tires in the entire world, and the Michelin Guide has carved out a legacy of awarding prestige to restaurants all over the globe. And now, it's in the Philippines. Restaurants in Manila and Cebu will have anonymous judges very soon. Finally, ang napakasarap na pagkaing Pilipino ay magkakaroon na ng recognition na matagal nang deserve. So if a tire company can give prestige to restaurants, how did a beer company end up creating one of the best-selling series of books of all time? Pop quiz, pause the video to give yourself time to answer. Ready? What's the world's tallest building?
Burj Khalifa.
Who is the world's fastest man?
Usain Bolt.
What's the world's smallest country?
Vatican City.
Kung alam mo ang sagot or ginugel mo, chances are the answers are based on one particular source. 1951, Ireland. An English South African engineer and industrialist named Sir Hugh Beaver was on a hunting trip with his friends. They were hanging out, stalking birds, until Hugh failed to hit his target. This sparked a question among the group. Gentlemen, what do you reckon is the fastest game bird in Europe? Nagbigay sila ng iba't ibang sagot pero walang nakakaalam kung sino ang tama. So to confirm, they checked reference books but they couldn't find a definitive answer. They left the party and moved on with their answerless lives. Fast forward to 1954 when Hugh Beaver had a spark of genius. He remembered the hunting party and decided he was going to settle the debate once and for all. And he wasn't gonna stop at just one question, he was gonna answer thousands. To compile the answers in a book, he needed the help of 2 fact-finding researchers, Norris and Ross McWhirter. But what was the book going to be called? At the time, Sir Hugh Beaver was also the managing director of a beer company. Now, where would you often find beer in London? Pubs. Often the location of debates among friends about the fastest this or the longest that. And the fuel for conversation? Beer! Do you remember that? Beaver thought his compilation would not only settle the debates, but also serve as the perfect marketing opportunity for the brand he worked for. And so on October 3rd, 1955, the McWhirters and Sir Hugh Beaver finally published their compilation in the UK, the Guinness Book of records. It took the world by storm and sold thousands of copies. It became so successful that it turned into a yearly publication and evolved into something else. Hindi na kontento ang mga tao na basahin lang ang mga records. Gusto nilang mag-set ng sarili nilang mga records. So record setting and record breaking became just as popular as the book itself. A beer company literally ignited an entire hold my beer movement. Kahit hindi na Guinness, yung beer brand, ang may-ari ng Guinness World Records, it still continues to fascinate people all over the world. All that happened because one guy missed his target. Follow for more, and boom! Now you know.